Hello dear students, welcome back. So class 11th, we are doing a lesson last. This is our Silk Road and taken from our book Hornbill. And this is the last lesson in syllabus and Silk Road, and it is written by Nick Middleton. So Silk Road mean to say the writer Nick Middleton. Yes, you wrote this travelogue. So this is a travelogue, and where he is going we come to know yesterday in our previous video we have known that yes, Nick Middleton is going to Mount Kailash to do Kora. So what problems he was facing, yes, so he is going to tell through this lesson. So up to now we come to know, yes, when they were going to Mount Kailash, they took a shortcut, and that was a Silk Road, and that was a Silk Road is an ancient time road that was known as Silk Route. So they took there, and when they were going ahead, so they facing some problems. So what are the problems and what are the good things they saw in the way? We are going to know more about the things. We are going to know more about the problems which they faced in their way in their journey. So let's start. In this video we are going to know more about the problems of Nick Middleton. Let's start the lesson. Video. So we took a shortcut to get off the Changtang. Up to here we have done. So today we are going ahead in this video. So you can see this is the picture. In this picture there some gazelles are there, and these gazelles are nibbling. They are they are grazing. They are eating grass. Yeah, so from the gently rolling hills of Ravu, the shortcut took us across vast open plains. When they left Ravu, after passing some slopes, they came into a open vast area. These were the plains with nothing in them except a few gazelles, and no one was there. Just only some gazelles were there in the open plain area. So gazelles mean a deer with large eye that would look up from nibbling. So they were eating grass. When they were eating grass, so they saw, you pick their hands, and they were watching at us. The arid mean having little or no rain. Pastures mean land covered with grass. So they were in a pasture. Pastures mean land covered with grass, घास के मैदान, and from before bounding away into the void. So they went away. They ran away from there. When they heard the sound of the car, when they saw the car is coming towards them, so they ran away. So further on, where the plains became very more stony than grassy. So up to now, what was there? Up to now, the plain was grassy, and but when they passed the plain, they came into the stony areas. Yes, so what happened then? A great herd of wild ass. When they entered in the stony area, when they entered in the hilly areas, there was some wild asses were there. So they can see wild asses. Satan told us approaching them long before they appeared. We were approaching them. We were approaching them long before they appeared. So we have to go ahead. So before going there, they will run away. So who were they? They were the Kyang. Kyang mean wild asses. He said, pointing towards a far off pile of dust. So when the you can see in the picture, wild asses are running, and when they are running, they are making a dust, making a pile of dust. So when they were running, so they destroy, they pollute the neat and clean environment with the dust. When we drew near, I could see the herd. Herd mean a group of wild asses galloping. Galloping mean running in an uncontrollable manner. And masse man mean in a group. So they were running in a group, wheeling and turning in tight formation as they were practicing maneuver. When they were running like soldiers, as it seems that they were doing military practices, military exercises. So on some predetermined course. Plums mean trail mean passage, way of dust below. When they were running, there was a dust. So this dust was due to the running of the wild asses. And yes, you when they were running, yes, you they destroy, they disturb, yeah, they pollute the environment. That environment, clean air, they polluted. So next one is in this picture. You can see they were moving ahead. Yes, you Satan, Daniel, and Nick Middleton. They were moving ahead in the car. So what they were watching, they are telling us. They are explaining each and every moment. Yes, you now first they saw gazelles when they were in the open areas, and after second time they saw wild asses. So now wild asses were in the hilly areas, and gazelles were in the plain area. So now the third is there. As hills started to push up once more, then from the rocky wilderness, we passed solitary drogbas, tending their flocks. So when they were moving ahead, yes, you again they came into the rocky areas, and when they were in the rocky, mean mountainy areas, so they can saw some drogbas were there, and these drogbas were tending their flocks. They were tending their goats. They were tending their sheep. So sometimes men, sometimes women, and in the drogbas, who were they? Some women were there, some men were there. They were moving ahead. They were tending their flocks, sometimes men and sometimes women. These well-wrapped figure would pause and stare at our car. So when our car was passing through them, they stared at our car. They stand and they stare. They look at our car, and yes, they wave their hand also. They say said us goodbye. So when the took us close to their animals, the ship would take evasive. Evasive means slippery action, veering away to change direction quickly from the speeding vehicle. So when you can see in this picture also, yes, you some goats are there on the road. When they saw the car, they went away. They ran away from the road. So veering away, this is the thing. So when the flocks of goat and flocks of sheep saw the car, they leave the road, and they were trying to save themselves. Yeah, and now you can see this is the dog. Yes, you and this is the dog. What is the name of the dog? We are going to know now. We passed nomads, dark tents, pitched in splendid isolation, usually with a huge black dog, a Tibetan Mastiff, standing guard. So when they were moving ahead, first they met with the gazelles. Second time they met with the wild asses, mean to say kyang. And third time they met with the drogbas. Drogbas were there, flocks of ships and gods were there. And now the third is there were the tents, and these tents were of the nomad people. And the nomad people, yes, you were living there in the tents, and the tents were in very splendid, perfect isolation. And when the in front of the tent there was a huge black dog, and the name of the dog is a Tibetan Mastiff, and standing guard, and that dog was guarding their tents. You can see again, this is a Tibetan Mastiff. This is the dog. These beasts would cock their great big head when they became aware of our approach and fix us in their sides. So when they saw our car, they get ready. They were moving their head, yes, you like this, yeah. And yes, you when they get to know that we are approaching them, they fix their sides. They were looking at us as we continued to draw closer. When we are going close to them, so they would explode into action. They attacked on us, and they attacked on our car, speeding directly towards us like a bullet from a gun, and neatly as fast. And they were running fast. They were coming to our car in a very very full speed. So up to here. So now we are going to summarize it. Yes, you in this lesson, yeah, up to now we come to know that yes, you some animals, some drogbas met them. They when they left Ravu, and now they were going to Mount Kailash. And who were with them? Yes, you Daniel, Satan were with them, with him. They were moving ahead, and what they saw, we come to know in this video. Thank you. Have a nice.